Hopefully we've got a few waiting.
No. Morning, everybody. Welcome to meditation. Over to you, Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday Bite-Sized Meditation. Before we start, I'd like you to just grab, if you can, an object that's close to you. Now, that can be a piece of fruit or a candle or maybe a Buddha or whatever you've got, really. It can be a little stone. Now, I've just got a simple candle because today's meditation is, I guess the intention is concentration. Concentration is our strength today. And we're going to enhance that by looking at just an inanimate object, a candle. Maybe you've got a little Buddha near you or a stone, even a piece of fruit, I often say to people, is quite useful. Okay, so go and grab something if you can. It can even be a really pretty vase that you like, anything at all, an object, because we're going to use that for the meditation. And I've got a candle. I'm going to place that in front of me so that I can look at that and use that as part of my meditation. So if you'd like to go and grab something, if you've also got a picture on the wall in front of you and you really like that, that's great as well. But just a little object, and I showed you my candle, something very simple. So if you want to go and grab that and then come back and make yourself comfortable. And the mudra that we're going to do is called Hakini, Hakini. It means the god of the forehead, often known as the sixth chakra in yoga. And it's excellent for concentration, also very good for memory. And I think it's quite important sometimes when we've been in lockdown that we can feel week after week, just feels like it maybe blurs into one. So this gives us a little bit of focus. In yoga, we call it one-pointedness. It's very good for that. And very good, as I said, for the memory. And also if you want to sort of find that red thread again, if you've found that your mind drifts off, or you've been having lots of different thoughts, it's a great way to just bring everything together and focus on one thing. And that's going to be whatever you've got in front of you, whether it's your stone or your candle, whatever object you've chosen. And what we do, yogis, is we place all the fingertips together, the thumbs and forefingers all touching those pads, and I rest them here in my lap. And then we close the eyes and the mouth. So all the fingertips are touching. We then rest the hands on our lap with those fingers touching. And we close our eyes and mouth. And we firstly just bring our awareness to our breathing. So before we do anything, we just simply draw the awareness to the breath. And we take just 4 slow breaths, yogis. In through the nostrils if you can. And out through the nostrils. Breathing in through the nostrils. And gently breathing out through the nostrils. And just 2 more slow breaths in your own time, yogis. So that first and foremost, we draw the awareness to our breath. We can use this breath like a stable anchor throughout the practice. And then, yogis, I want you to gently open your eyes and stare very gently at your object in front of you, whether it's your candle, your piece of fruit, or your stone. And see if you can stare at that for a few moments. Look at the shape of it. Get a sense of it in front of you, whether it's your candle or a beautiful rock or stone, whatever you've decided to bring in front of you. Keep looking at the object a little bit longer if you can, in fact, as long as you can without blinking. For a few seconds before you need to blink, just looking at the object. And then gently close your eyes now, yogis. Gently close your eyes. And try to visualize or imagine that object in front of your mind's eye. See if you can immediately let go of every rising thought not related directly to the object, so that you hold your concentration as long as you can. Visualize or imagine the object in front of you as best you can. Don't worry too much if you can't see it that clearly. We keep our breath relaxed as we visualize or imagine the object in front of us with our eyes closed. And we can now also add this powerful affirmation. And I'll repeat the sentence a few times. Just allow the words to gently absorb into your practice, ruminate around you as you breathe. Concentration is my strength. Concentration is my strength. That's the affirmation, yogis. Concentration is my strength. Now keep visualizing or imagining your object in front of your mind's eye with your eyes closed. Allow your breath to relax a little deeper as the finger pads touch and you rest your hands gently in your lap. Elbows just simply relaxed by your sides. Keeping the spine upright, making sure you're comfortable. Now, in terms of science, you may be interested to know that this finger position has been researched quite well. And researchers have determined that it promotes the cooperation between our right and left brain hemispheres. It's also recommended in memory training or even management courses. And it's said to open access to the right hemisphere, which is where we store our memories, or where memory is stored. So this mudra is also said to improve and deepen our respiration, and the brain profits from it as well. So recharging our brain's energy, lovely, deep, even breaths. And interestingly, they do say, in order to recharge the brain's energy, that we can practice what they call the Maha Blanda, which is a way of sort of drawing the sense organs into memory. And we can use fragrances like lemon, rosemary, basil, as a way of enhancing our memory as well. So if you enjoy those herbs and those smells, they're worth just sort of investigating as well, as they're also said to recharge our brain's energy. Let's now keep the breath relaxed, remembering the affirmation, concentration is my strength. And we're imagining, with our eyes closed, the object in front of us, holding our concentration as long as we can. Yogis, remember, if you're finding the visualization tricky this morning, then simply guide your awareness back to your breathing. Focus on your breathing so your thoughts don't drift away. Concentration is my strength. Recharging the brain's energy and helping to enhance and increase our memory and concentration with this mudra. And this mudra, the Hakini mudra, can be practiced at any time for as long as you wish. We're going to enjoy another 8 slow breaths here, yogis. So again, take your time. Follow each breath as best you can. But please don't rush. Enjoy. each breath as it enters the body through the nostrils and gently leaves the body through the nostrils. 8 breaths in your own time. So another deep breath, again taking your time to inhale fully. And a long, deep exhalation. And then gently open the eyes. Take a moment again to look back towards your object. And then release the fingers. And just give yourself a moment to come back. So if you've got a project you need to do, if concentration and focus is something you're struggling with, the Hakini Mudra, simply all the pads together, lovely deep even breaths, taking an object and just gently staring at it without blinking for a few seconds, and then closing the eyes, and doing that whenever you want for as long as you can, is said to aid our focus and concentration. There's something a little different to do. There is a mudra for every part of the body, including concentration. And so I hope you enjoyed that. Let's now close the practice together. Nice deep breath filling the lungs to capacity. And as we exhale, bring the palms here to the heart center. Take a moment to wish your mind, your body, and your breath well. Mind, body, and breath well. And may you go well. Om Shanti Peace, yogis. Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.